Hey there, beautiful people. Have you ever scrolled through your feed and noticed someone who just isn't there? No selfies, no vacation pics, no updates on their amazing life. In a world obsessed with sharing, these people seem almost invisible. It makes you wonder, right? What's going on? Are they shy, antisocial, or is there something deeper at play? Well, guess what? Psychology says this behavior isn't random at all. It actually reveals a lot about their confidence, mindset, and emotional intelligence. So, let's decode the fascinating psychology behind people who choose not to post their photos on social media. Get ready to have your mind opened. First up, it's all about privacy over popularity. Psychologists suggest these individuals often have a high privacy orientation. This means they deeply value control over what others see, think, and assume about them. They're not hiding, they're protecting. They aren't antisocial, not at all. They're simply safeguarding their mental space, choosing peace over constant public exposure. While many chase validation through likes and comments, these individuals are masters of self-validation. They don't need external approval. Think about it. They don't need to broadcast their life to feel good about it. That's a subtle but powerful sign of inner security. Imagine a couple enjoying a quiet dinner, truly present without the urge to snap and post. Their joy is for them, not for public consumption. They might share moments intimately with loved ones, but the wider world doesn't need to know every detail. Their real connections are what matter. This isn't about being secretive, it's about being selective. They understand the difference between sharing and oversharing. Ultimately, they don't need attention. What they truly crave and actively cultivate is inner peace and genuine connection. Next, people who share less often possess incredibly strong self-awareness. They truly know who they are. Research on self-concept clarity shows these individuals have a clear understanding of their values, goals, and what truly matters. They don't need others to approve of their path or define their identity. Their compass points inward, not outward. Because of this deep self-understanding, they're far less likely to chase fleeting trends or compare themselves to anyone else. Their happiness isn't a reaction to external validation. It springs from within, from their own authentic sense of self. Picture someone confidently pursuing a passion, not for accolades, but for the sheer joy and fulfillment it brings them. They might be building a career, learning a new skill, or nurturing relationships, all without the need for a public audience. This inner strength makes them quietly powerful. They don't need to shout their achievements. Their actions speak for themselves. You'll find them grounded, thoughtful, and often radiating a calm confidence that comes from being truly comfortable in their own skin. Our third point dives into emotional security and inner confidence. People who post less often have a secure self-esteem. This isn't the loud, attention-seeking kind of confidence. It's the quiet, deeply rooted assurance that doesn't need to be seen to feel real. They don't rely on selfies or status updates to prove their worth to the world. They already feel whole, complete in themselves. According to psychologists, this emotional balance makes them less anxious and less likely to seek constant approval from others. Instead of performing for validation, they are driven by purpose. Their energy is directed towards real-world goals and meaningful experiences. Imagine a person who genuinely enjoys their own company, finding peace and contentment in their hobbies and personal growth. This kind of confidence is attractive, isn't it? It suggests a person who is comfortable with who they are, flaws and all. They don't need external affirmation to validate their feelings or choices. Their internal compass is strong and steady. This inner security allows them to form deeper, more authentic relationships, free from the pressure of maintaining an online image. People who stay quiet online are often deep thinkers. They pause before speaking and before posting too. This thoughtful mindset stems from what's called an internal locus of evaluation. They judge themselves by their own standards. They don't need the world to tell them if they're doing well. They have their own strong internal barometer for success and happiness. They prefer real, meaningful conversations over superficial online impressions. Depth trumps fleeting trends every single time. They'd rather live deeply, experiencing life fully, than constantly performing for an online audience or chasing digital likes. Picture someone engrossed in a book or having a profound conversation over coffee, completely absorbed in the moment. For them, quality of thought and experience far outweighs the quantity of online engagement. They prioritize substance. This quiet contemplation often leads to rich inner lives, full of ideas, insights, and a unique perspective on the world. They understand that true wisdom comes from reflection and experience, not from how many followers you have. Finally, people who don't post much are often acutely aware of how distorted social media can be. They understand social comparison theory, how we often measure our worth against everyone else's perfectly curated highlight reel. Low-profile individuals see right through that illusion. They know that social media shows perfection, not reality. They understand that behind every perfect selfie, there's a real person with real struggles, just like them. So instead of chasing fleeting likes or trying to keep up with an impossible standard, they choose mental peace over performance. They prioritize their well-being, knowing that constant comparison can be a thief of joy and contentment. Imagine someone confidently walking away from their phone, choosing a real-world activity over endless scrolling and comparing. They've chosen to opt out of the constant pressure to present an idealized version of themselves, embracing their authentic self instead. This awareness is a powerful form of emotional intelligence, protecting themselves from the negative impacts of digital life. So, next time you encounter someone who rarely posts pictures, don't assume they're shy or disengaged. They might just be more grounded, emotionally intelligent, and profoundly self-aware than many people online. They don't need to be seen to feel seen. And that, my friends, is the purest form of real confidence. If you love understanding why people think and behave the way they do, hit that subscribe button. Because here on Teen Lens, we don't just scroll through people's lives. We decode their fascinating minds. Join our community.